Hello everyone, we are back with yet another exciting content. Welcome to our channel, Cricket Blitz, and we will be talking about the India Sri Lanka ODI series that has just ended. Well, not good signs really for India. They lost the series to Sri Lanka for the first time in 27 years. And I will tell you, there's an interesting fact about this number which is related to this series. India, first time losing to Sri Lanka after 27 years, and also Sri Lanka's spinners picking up 27 wickets in a span of 3 matches. So there's really some number with it. Okay, enough of that. I'm joined by two of my guests, Saptarshi and Shubhradeep. So welcome, gentlemen. Let's get started. And yes, my first question would be, and I would like to go to Saptarshi for that. So, losing to Sri Lanka, I can surely say that many of us can't still process the result. So, what were India's mistakes this time? Where do you think they lagged behind this time, Saptarshi?
Yeah, first of all, definitely, kudos to Sri Lanka for that comeback post that shocker of a T20I series. But, anyways, I think India were very good in that first ODI, to be honest, and they were almost close to the victory. Just 2 runs needed when they lost those 2 wickets, and all of a sudden the match was drawn up. And I think it was at that point that India sort of maybe lost momentum, which went on into the next match when they failed to chase down some 240 odd runs. And today, when they came out to bat, they just looked like a pale shadow. Rohit Sharma was their best batter throughout the series. He was the highest scorer, in fact, the
Yeah,
highest scorer of the series from both the sides combined. But I think all the other batters combined, they looked thoroughly in trouble against the Sri Lankan spinners. Jeffrey Vandersay just wreaked havoc in that second ODI. Today, Mahesh Theekshana came to play. He again proved to be quite a bit of danger. And they just failed to rid the Sri Lankan spinners of the pitch. They just quite a few of them went on the back foot trying to flick the ball and got LBW, maybe because of the low bounce of those Sri Lankan surfaces with the turn. And I think, yeah, this Indian batting lineup against the Sri Lanka against spin at bowling has been bit of a concern in the last few years. I think batting a couple of players, most of the batters have had torrid times against the spin bowlers, and I think maybe they need to work on this going forward. But apart from this, I don't really see a lot of flaws in the Indian batting lineup or maybe the overall Indian team. See, there may be a couple of series losses here and there. India lost one series against Bangladesh as well. Again, that was also, you can say, because of the spin pitches in Bangladesh. But then they went on to do very well at the Cricket World Cup 2023. So I don't think India should worry too much about this. Yeah, today's also Siraj had a pretty bad day at office, leaking so many of runs on that kind of a track. Also, India were a bit experimental with their batting order. Scherzer did so well at number 4 in the 2023 World Cup, but they sent him at 5, 6 a few times. Also, they dropped Rahul down the order, then Shivam Dube pretty lower down the order. So maybe they tried a few experimentations with the batting order, but in all, I don't think it's a series which India should take too much into account. Maybe just improve on a few areas, like I said, the batting against the spin bowling, maybe a couple of pacers. Also, they're missing a couple of their A players in Jasprit Bumrah and Hardik Pandya. Once those guys join, I think India would do well yet again at the Champions Trophy.
absolutely, absolutely. Yes, losing to Sri Lanka is a result I think no fan wants, especially, given how India has been performing last couple of years. And on that note, I would like to go to Shubhradeep. Shubhradeep, as Saptarshi mentioned, completely contrary story when it comes to Sri Lanka. Well, man, what a series for them. After that horrific series in the T20 series, they came all guns blazing, I should say. So, my question would be that what are the moments do you think that Sri Lanka captured really well? Uh, how well did they execute their plans? Can you throw some light on that, please?
I think whatever India did wrong in the whole series, Sri Lanka just absolutely ticked all the boxes in these kind of phases. You have to say the lower order. Sri Lanka's lower order was brilliant, absolutely outplayed Indian team for the whole, the series, all the 3 matches. It's not about when you are 190/7. The Indian team threw themselves under the bus. They didn't play the 50 overs in many games or most of the games. Except the first one, which was a tied one. Sri Lanka stayed there, the batter stayed there, the lower order stayed there, they scored runs. those 50 runs, 30 runs can change the result of the game at the end of 100 overs. And Dunit Waller, like, he was great. Batted beautifully. Kaminda Mendis batted beautifully in the last game. And even if you see, they lost wickets at the back end, but then today the difference was they are good at the start. They didn't lose a lot of wicket at the start. The opening position, Avishka batted really well. For his 90 or 96 or missed a century, but that was a superb innings. The bowlers did really well. One of the things it was quite important in this era of ODI cricket is taking wickets in the middle overs. Batsmen smash you all around the park with their heavy bats, or they are fearless. They don't really think about being dismissed. So the important thing is to go for wickets. India did miss the trick for the whole series. They are economical, and I am really, really upset with Akshar Kuldeep and Sundar, whatever the spinners. They're not taking wickets. You've got to take wickets. You can't be economical and think and look at your. There's the Bumrah, so you are going to go for runs in the death over. Siraj has gone for so many runs. Arshdeep in the last two, and you saw what happened today. The spinners came into the part a little bit late in the series, and picking wickets was really important. Jeffrey Vandersay did it for the last game. Akila Dhananjay did it for the last game. Wallalaga did it. Tikshana did it. So the spinners really come to the party. India struggled against spinners for a long time, having been not able to play the domestic cricket for a long time. The batters have been struggling against spin. It has been a long story, and I'm really, really worried. I know Shaptas, you said that he's not worried, but I'm actually really a lot of worried, to be honest. India's batting against spin is really bad, and Sri Lanka have shown that this is how you have to play against spin. You have to counter spin, you have to bowl spin. So a lot of lessons to take for this Indian team for whatever Sri Lanka did well in the whole series.
Absolutely. I think it really is a matter of concern when you see a team from the subcontinent struggling so much
Yeah,
against spin, not something you see every day, right? All right. All
absolutely. I
right.
mean,
On that
yeah.
note, yeah. Okay. Moving ahead, I would like to go to Saptarshi. Saptarshi, on that note, I mean, so it's really, I mean, it's already August, if you see, and just the first ODI series that India has been playing. What should be their road ahead before Champions Trophy? What should be their strategies? What are the things they need to rectify? Your thoughts on that, please.
See, I mean, these days the number of ODIs has decreased abysmally. To be honest, I mean, previously 7 matches were played in an ODI series, maybe 10 years back, and now 3 ODIs in an entire year. So the next ODI India is gonna play, it will be in late January, I guess, which will be against England right before the Champions Trophy, and
Yeah,
that's almost around 6 months from here on, 5.5 months. So India don't have any ODI before that. They will be playing a lot of T20 cricket and Test cricket. The seniors won't be playing a lot of T20 cricket, to be sure. They will be more focused in the Test series. Considering the WTC, they will be playing the Bangladesh series, maybe the New Zealand series, and then the all important BGT down under. So, I mean, it all boils down to that series against England. That will be India's last chance to regroup and also maybe make a combination of who are those 15 guys who are gonna go to Pakistan or wherever that city is held. So India needs to take all those calls in that series only. I think mostly the 15 is out of that 15, maybe at least 10, 11 are gonna be the same as it was when they played that ODI World Cup in 2023. Maybe only 3, 4 players might get changed. Like I think maybe Shivam Dube might come into the mix. Rishabh Pant might be there. Also, Ashdeep might sneak in. So I think only those 3, 4 spots might be under scrutiny. The remaining 11 spots around mostly will be fixed. But yes, I mean, India have only 3 ODIs to regroup and play, and also, I mean, lack of game time in this format of the game might cost India in the Champions Trophy. But then they have quite a few match winners in this format, like Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, and I think these guys yet again for the umpteenth time will come to the party and save India in a big competition. But if these guys have a torrid time in the city, then India might fall in trouble as the other guys might not have that much experience in this format, considering there are 2 less games played in this 50 over format these days.
absolutely, absolutely. I mean, even in this series, if you see, it was that senior guy, Rohit Sharma, who
Yes.
actually, he was the one who actually looked in form this time around. The
Yes,
others
also
were
one Jasprit
simply,
Bumrah. comes in, Hardik Pandya comes in, I think the team will get better. I mean, Jasprit
Mohammad
Bumrah,
Shami.
whenever he plays, yes, Mohammad Shami. I mean, he's a vital cog in that India ODI lineup. He picks up wickets in those middle overs and then comes back at the death also to support Jasprit Bumrah. So I think these two guys will be pivotal in the Champions Trophy preparation. And Hardik Pandya, as usual, provides great deal of stability in both the departments.
Yeah, absolutely. It all boils down to, I mean, making the balance stable in the team. That's what I think should India should be looking forward to.
Yes,
All
so
right,
only three more ODIs to get all the things correct.
absolutely. We are hoping for the best. All right. Now, my last question for today, and I would like to go to Shubhradeep for that. All right, Shubhradeep, GG era, India under Gautam Gambhir just started. I mean, what a series they had in the T20. I mean, 3-0, India winning the series, and we expected something similar, if not exactly that, what happened in this ODI series. So, I mean, where do you think? I mean, it's too early to say, I would say, but do you think that Gigi should rethink his role as a coach? I mean, there's enough banter going on regarding that. So, I mean, should he focus or should India think about some different strategies, or do you think that he is sufficient to manage this team load and formulate strategies for the upcoming matches?
Yes, I saw the
Shubhradeep.
Twitter. They were really vocal on. Yeah, they were really vocal. The Twitter was really vocal on Gigi's resignation from the first series. I mean, they just won the T20 series and everyone's praising him. Wow, what a what a leader, what a coach, brutal man. He knows this man. He shows belief on the players. Suddenly, a series deep. Suddenly, everyone is putting it, raising their questions on it. First of all, as a personal point of view, I hate blaming the coach. I hate it absolutely. If the student is failing on a constant basis, you cannot blame the teacher. All right, Gigi wasn't
Yeah,
batting there. He wasn't playing, and whole team in the ODI side was a senior man. Virat has been playing for, I don't know, for a lot of time. Rohit has batted beautifully. Shreyas have been playing for a long, long time. KL has been playing for 5, 6 years. Akshay for a long, long time. Siraj has been playing for 2, 3 years. Kuldeep has been for a long, long year. Washington Sundar has been playing for a long time. So whom are you going to play? I mean, at the end of the day, because the players are not doing well, you cannot say that the coach is not doing well. I haven't seen if the coach says don't play the spin in that way and the batsman still plays it and gets out, you cannot just blame the coach. At the end of the day, I've seen it Indian cricket for a long, long time. Every time they lose a series, every time they get defeated by a opponent in their home ground, they just blame the coach, and I hate it absolutely. You have to say this is a proper defeat from Sri Lanka, and Sri Lanka at home is a strong container. They have not lose the ODI series at home, a bilateral ODI series at home since 2021. Sri Lanka is really tough. They beat Australia, I think, a couple of years ago. They beat all the teams in the 8th series. This is not an easy. I mean, this is Sri Lanka's really powerful at home. The bottom line that is, and you should not. I mean, you should not lose hope on Gigi. I haven't lose hope. I mean, that's the first thing. Give him at least a year, see how he works out, and then you can think of it. If he doesn't get a result, we'll get a backside, obviously. If he doesn't get results as we like, just the start. I hate blaming the coach, and I don't see any reason behind it.
absolutely, absolutely. Totally agreed on that, Shubhradeep. And all right, then we are at the end of your podcast. I would like to thank all our viewers for the wonderful response that we have received till now. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe, and never ever forget to press that bell icon to receive further updates. We will be back with yet another exciting content. Till then, keep showering the love. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Bye bye.
everyone. Thank you.